So today we are going to talk about expanding your heart. What are the benefits of expanding your heart and what are the obstacles that we come across when we really are willing to expand our hearts? So our hearts speak the truth. We all know about our hearts resonate love, our hearts resonate laughter, our hearts resonate our authentic self. And if we truly want to access our authentic self, it is very essential that we learn to love ourselves first. We won't be able to expand our hearts in an authentic way unless we have learned what it means to love ourselves. What is the definition of self-love? What comes under the umbrella of self-love? So we are going to talk about what are some of the ingredients that you need to add into your recipe of self-love and whip up that dish that could bring you and let you rest in the shade of heart-centered consciousness. Heart is the center of our being, and all our energy centers are regulated by the balance in our heart center. If our heart is balanced, it allows to balance all other energy centers and helps us to live our lives with much peace, harmony, and contentment. So what is associated with our heart center? Let's talk about that. The first thing that would come to your mind is, of course, the vibration of love. Love is associated with our heart center. And we can authentically love others only if we have learned to love ourselves. So first of all, what does it mean to love ourselves? I would say that to love ourselves involves a lot of stuff, but simple things of life like watching your emotions. What is the health of your emotions? Are your emotions most of the time positive, or are you mindful of your emotional self? That is first thing to do when it comes to self-love. If our mind is chattering at the frequencies which are mostly resonating on the negative scale, definitely we are not loving ourselves because we are putting ourselves in the oven of stress through that negative mind chatter. So mind your mind, become more mindful of your mind chatter. That is the first thing that you could do to start loving yourself and start expanding your capacity to love yourself by eliminating any kind of negative mind chatter. Mind is in the habit of chattering. We can't stop that. But what we can consciously control is mindfully watching our own mind could help us to redirect the train of our thoughts into more positive direction. So that is one thing that you can do to regulate your emotional self. Then your physical self. How much do you love yourself in terms of taking care of your bodies? That also resonates with self-love frequency. Are you exercising daily? Are you doing some yoga, or are you going for a walk? Are you doing some breathing practices that could help you to release any stuck energies through movement and breathing from your body? So that is another thing you could do to love yourself. Are you eating right foods? Are you replenishing your body with enough water? Are you having enough nutrients that your body needs? Do you have enough education around it or not? So educate yourself. Education is the key to bringing more light into our lives. So educate yourself around healthy living, eating healthy, drinking healthy, and thinking healthy, and have access to your emotional self. Most of us are quite numb to how we feel. As a teacher, when I ask young children in my class, what are you feeling right now? They are not able to tell me. They are not able to access instantly their feeling states. And majority of us has been brought up like that. In our childhood, we didn't have culture at home where we were asked, how are you feeling often during the day? Where are you feeling it in your body? So we don't have those skills where we can access how our body is storing different energies of different emotions that are getting stored in our bodily system and converting into a lot of illnesses as well. So creating systems and habits and practices that could allow you to get in touch with your bodily senses and your emotions and feelings and where are you feeling them in your body could be a great way to love yourself and start accessing that information. So you can open up your emotional channels and be more mindful of them. You can open up your awareness around what kind of physical exercises are you doing, or what kind of love are you giving to your body each day to take care of it. And then what kind of relationships do you have with the people around you? What kind of communication do you engage in each day? Are you living most of the times in a conflict, or are you living more vibrating, your communication vibrates with love, acceptance, and forgiveness? So that is very important, that what is our mode of channel of expression of communication? Are we feeling that we are in conflict with people, or are we feeling we are not good enough? Are we holding belief system that is stopping us from doing things in our lives that we feel we deserve to do, but we still feel stuck and we are not able to move forward to do actions to achieve those things for ourselves? These are some of the things that you can start considering to look into the mirror of self-love. This is, I've touched upon a few things only because I don't want to overwhelm. I don't want to overwhelm you with a lot of information. So just start paying attention to your emotional health, your physical self-care, and what are you doing on daily basis to create healthy modes of communication that are making you feel good. Are you holding grudges, or are you laughing more? Like, as a laughter yoga practitioner, I find that laughter is so important to open up your heart as well. And laughter is a great medicine to heal a lot of negative stuff that is not needed by your heart. So when you laugh more, you are more prone to open your heart to forgiveness and to have more compassion for others and have more compassion for the self. So that self critic in you will get an opportunity to sit back and relax when you're laughing more. His laughter is a great meditation as well. So definitely practicing practices like laughter yoga along with exercise, movement, and breathing could also help you to expand your heart when it comes to understanding what it means to love yourself. So now let's imagine and pretend that you've started doing all this stuff and you've been doing it for over the months and years, and you're getting that sense of wellness and well-being, and you are able to have that sense and differentiation. You're able to compare that where you are now after practicing all this and where you were a few months back. So you have gained a lot of positive energy, awareness around how you want to treat yourself and how it has impacted your worldview and relating to the people around you. I'm sure that is going to shift when you start doing all that for you. Your ability to filter the filter of how you look at others and how you look at the outer world is going to shift as well. When you're going to bring those shifts in yourself, when you begin to love yourself more, you will find that you are not complaining more now. And you will find that when your heart is expanded, you are becoming more responsible for your wellness and well-being. You're not uh, letting yourself believe that others are responsible for your wellness or well-being. So you are taking full responsibility when there's an expansion of your heart, because our heart is so big. So when you truly begin to tap into your heart, oh, it is so green and it is so full and it is so vast spread across miles and miles and miles and miles, that you're walking in your own heart and laughing in your own heart, and you say, oh, it's never going to end. I don't see the horizon. It's that huge, right? So when you tap into that huge self-love, then you can extend that love to the people around you as well without expectations, because you have so much abundance around you that you don't see the horizon. And so much abundance, of course, you would like to distribute, you would like to give to others. So that is the energy. When our heart center opens up, then we are becoming more self-reliant, and we are coming into the capacity to be givers, to be able to give to others as well. And there is, again, one has to be very careful that from where this giving is coming. Because if this giving is coming from a state of unhealthy ego that believes that I am giving, then that is not really the expansion of heart. Of course, I have to use the word I, because there is no better word to talk about myself than I. But what we can say is where this I is coming from. Is this I coming from like I am giving to others, or is this I coming from that universal energy self that is giving? One universal energy self is giving to the other universal energy self. So that unity consciousness, the perception of that unity consciousness and the giving that comes from that unity consciousness, that I would say defines the expansion of authentic expansion of our heart center. And this giving is coming from that authentic ego or authentic I, that is a universal I that harbors the same respect for others as it harbors for itself. So there is no differentiation based upon the economic status or other material concerns in this I. So this is a healthy ego I. And this healthy ego I, so when I say I as I means me, I also see, and I would like to talk about my eyes, our ability to see through the things. So if you're able to see the I in this sense, we've also developed a filter in our heart or in our consciousness that is bringing the information through authentic heart opening, because you're able to see this information through your eyes, that this I is different from that I that says that I gave it to this person, but this person didn't do something for me in return, or this person, so this I doesn't hold any grudges or resentment. This I just gives and forgets. So that is authentic heart opening. When your heart opens to that level, then you are landing into true peace, because nobody has the power to disturb you, right? Nobody can disturb you. Or all disturbances come only when we are claiming this is our right to get from others. So all the problems begin to crop up from there. So authentic heart opening can happen only through loving yourself first. And loving yourself first involves providing for yourself what you need to provide for yourself to survive and thrive. survive physically and thrive emotionally and spiritually. So when we are able to provide for ourselves, we are in the space of authentic heart opening and authentic expansion of heart happens. So I hope you enjoyed listening to me in this episode, and I will see you soon. Till then, you stay blessed and love yourself more.